What's up, guys? 370 Gaming here, and welcome back to Rebuilding TNA, the 6th episode, if I recall correctly. We've got a heck of a show for you, but before we get into that, I want to talk about the upcoming TNA pay-per-view, Genesis. That's right. Tonight's shows are the go-home shows to TNA Genesis, and the next episode of this series will be a special pay-per-view episode. So, what I wanted to do for you guys right now is, basically, I want to copy and steal this idea from Curb Stomp City. So if you want to tweet and comment at a Curb Stomp and tell him, what a horrible, thief I am for this idea, you go ahead and let him know. But usually I upload a TNA episode, and I have like 2 or 3 other series going at the same time, so it takes a few days for the next episode to come out. But if you guys get this video to 30 likes, whenever that may be, I will immediately upload the next episode, the TNA Genesis episode. 30 likes, I usually get in about 3 days on the Rebuilding TNA series, so really isn't that like crazy of a thing. If you wait like 4 or 5 days, I'm sure another episode will be up. But if you get 30 likes today, for example, when this video goes up, TNA Genesis will go up. So yeah, I just wanted to see if you guys were down for such an idea, and if you are, then great, and if not, then no big deal, because the episode will be out on its regular time regardless. So, 30 likes. We'll get TNA Genesis up immediately, unless I'm asleep when it hits 30 likes. But if I'm not asleep, 30 likes, episode's going up. All good. So, we're going to start out with TNA Explosion, and we'll run right into it. The one pre-show match, we have Jesse, guy who I still can't pronounce, last name, and Slick Wagner Brown. Slick Wagner Brown does pick up the win in 9 minutes 18 seconds with an appreciation bomb. What the hell is an appreciation bomb? Alright. They have good chemistry. Him and his manager, of course. Slick Wagner Brown is above average in the oppressed minority gimmick, and not too bad of a match. Alright. The opening match, Madison Rayne defeats Sienna in 4 minutes 43 seconds with a raindrop. And get a 44D, not too bad. Madison Rayne, not suited to her gimmick. Didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. Rayne's gimmick. Gotta go for that. Gotta go for the gimmick. Announcing helped. Show got off to a strong start. Not too bad. It was a little work the crowd, quick match, so not too bad. I wish I could say this was better, but Jimmy Havoc defeats Marsh Rockette in 8 minutes with the Acid Rainmaker. So all you guys that were asking me to change the finishers, I changed the movesets of a couple people. So Acid Rainmaker, much better move. There you go. Jimmy Havoc carried that match basically, so can't really fault him for it. Alright. So, Eli Drake comes out for his Fact of Life segment. And he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Eli Drake. But you already knew that. I'm out here today to expose a certain dummy. A specific dummy. And that dummy's name is Mark Andrews. You see, this dummy in particular came out dressed as Maria Kanellis and introduced the Miracle on Impact a couple weeks ago. Now, I don't know about you, but I know that this man has got to have some problems. Mental problems? Does he say mental problems? I'm not sure. He says problems. If he's dressing up like a woman and coming out here in another person's shoes, I don't know why the shoes were a specific point of his insult, but he must be and Mark Andrews' music plays. He comes out holding a dummy button that you can, of course, buy on shoptna.com. Not really, but in this universe you can. Comes out with the dummy button, and Andrews says, "Hello everyone, my name is Mark Andrews, and today I'm going to come out here and tell you about this dummy, yeah. And he hits the button, you hear the dummy, yeah, and he says yeah afterwards, because it's perfect. Eli Drake, you're nobody. You like to come out here and bury other people when everyone knows that you are the real dummy. And if you don't think so, then let's see what you're made of in the ring." And gets an impromptu match going. So there you go, 30 E+. That's all I got to say about that. 24E, oh god. Abysmal match. Eli Drake defeats Mark Andrews. I did do this as a comedy match because times were running low, or times were running high, so I had to cut a match. And since I had to cut this match, I thought comedy would fit the whole style there. but they're not very good at comedy, so I will keep that in mind for the next comedy match I do. Eli Drake beats Mark Andrews. I kept Andrews strong because I didn't want it to be like all that. Yeah, just don't do comedy matches. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is a music video basically to hype up Will Ospreay, because he's getting higher on the card in Explosion tonight. Just, showing him doing the flippy acrobatic business that he does. And he puts on a decent match with Aiden O'Shea, and Will Ospreay defeats him with the springboard cutter, his actual finish. Aiden is not suited to his gimmick. I think I had a problem. No, I did change it. Okay. He's a cool badass, apparently. He got it above average. Great. Ospreay's improving in Rumble. Wonderful. So technically Ospreay's higher on the Explosion card, so I kind of had the little build-up thing. I really want to try to get the Rocket to Ospreay. Not the Rocket. This is a slow burn. Slow burn to Ospreay. The Tribunal comes out for a promo, but this time with a fourth member. And Al Snow comes out, picks up the mic. He says, it feels great to have gotten rid of that jabron Mahabali Shira. Mahabali, I don't care what you call it. The Tribunal has done you all a great favor, and tonight we're going to do you another one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you the last real man in professional wrestling, Silas Young. And he gives the mic to Silas, and nobody cares, because nobody knows who Silas Young is unless you watched, Ring of Honor, but TNA, the stupid TNA crowd doesn't know who he is, so I'm sure there's no reaction. But Silas Young cuts promo. He says, after today, there's going to be no more of this goofy crap. These comedy geeks and little boys that want to play in a man's ring. No more. The Tribunal is here to bring real men into this man's sport. Tonight I'll prove to you all that I am the last real man of professional wrestling, and I'll do that by beating that big chubby goofball Grado. The Tribunal has spoken. And so that's going to be the ending catchphrase of all the Tribunal's promos, is that the Tribunal has spoken. And Silas Young debuted his manly man gimmick, got a pretty good rating. Angle got the crowd hotter, got a C-. The rest of the Tribunal were not rated because they didn't talk, they just stood there looking menacing. But Snow and Silas got a C-, so that's pretty good. Yeah, called it ass. There you go. Yeah, that's how you do things. Anyways, so Grado and Silas Young have a match, and Silas Young beats Grado with a zero gravity. Didn't change Silas Young's finish. But by the way, if you're worried about, why is Silas Young getting hired and other people aren't getting hired, I'm going to cover that later in the video. I just haven't covered it right now. Don't you worry about that. But the match got the crowd hotter, which is good because I think it was the main. And Silas Young had a 54, so he did pretty well, man. Pretty well. Nothing to be noted. Alright, fair enough. Alright, we're here at Impact, and I gotta tell you, this is a phone-in show. We're phoning this one in because it's 1 week left to the pay-per-view, and I'm not feeling it. I feel like I set most things up in the last Impact, so I do apologize if this is a less than stellar show, but let's go ahead and run it regardless. So Mike Tenay and Jeremy Borash are actually the announcers, but we couldn't use them in a segment where they're also announcing. But then I didn't want to take announcers off the segment because then the segment would go down, I'm pretty sure. But I don't, it's very confusing. So anyways, Josh Matthews, Pope, JB, Mike Tenay, 2 of the 4 of them, they, some random combination of the 2, they hype the main event tonight, which is Drew Galloway and Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy and Tyrus. Because tonight is the night where we're going to do all tag team matches with multiple feuds, because that's just how it is. Pope is not suited to his gimmick. I will make note of that. Okay. And unfortunately, the Matt Hardy segment, Matt Hardy storyline, got a D+, not the greatest. Okay, so not too bad here. I set this for a high spot match. DJZ defeats Tigre Uno in 15 minutes by pinfall when Shane Helms ran in and attacked Tigre Uno. So we're trying to plant those seeds with Shane Helms and DJZ, and we'll see what happens. But they both get a 51, no improvements. Yeah, so not too bad. Good opener for the show. This was a random sex appeal promo for Madison Rain because I needed 5 more minutes to kill. So there you go. We have Jade just getting a win over Laura Dennis with a kiss of dragon. Apparently, they don't seem to click. That's unfortunate. It did bring the fans back down, which was the plan. So that's good because you want to play into the flow. So that's very important. Marty Bell did some good work. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And Laura Dennis is improving in performance. So that's pretty good. Afterwards, when Jade is celebrating, Gail Kim kind of runs in there to get like a challenge, like a brawl going on, and Jade basically bails. So yeah. So the storyline advances, 57 C minus. Eddie Edwards and Rockstar Spud have a match, and Spud beats him following interference from Tyrus, because why not? Mike Tenay and JB work very well, that's good. Lifted the match, got the crowd hotter, and although they had 58 and 52, the score was pretty low, assuming that's because of Tyrus and because it was storytelling, so probably made the wrong call there. After the match, Spud and Tyrus are leaving after Eddie Edwards just got his ass beat, and Trevor Lee and Shane Helms come out. Now Shane Helms, I auto pushed everybody, and Shane Helms and Al Snow got pushed incorrectly, so he's not actually in this segment. Let's just say Trevor Lee comes out and beats the shit out of Eddie Edwards with the small package driver. Yeah, and got the crowd hotter. X Division storylines going, and Trevor Lee's improving in acting. So can't say it wasn't all for naught. You know what I mean? We have a bit of a strange bedfellows match type of deal. Not really. That's more like opponents teaming, but this is just strange in general. Mike Bennett and the Decay versus EC3 and the Road Scholars. I was hoping for a bit better rating than that, but it's understandable. EC3 and the Road Scholars defeat Mike Bennett and the Decay when Cody Rhodes pinned Crazy Steve with the Crossroads. Crazy Steve was the weak link, as I figured. Rosemary did some good work. Announcing was good. EC3 stood out with a 72. Ooh, pretty good, pretty good. And, give some decent storyline to both storylines, so that's not too bad. Cody Rhodes is improving in Rumble, and Bennett is improving in Rumble in performance, so not that bad. This is basically like a repeat of like last week's, what happened with Lashley and Storm. They kind of talk shit, and but this time they come to blows, and a bunch of security geeks come pull them apart, basically. So 57 C minus to the NWA Champion storyline. Not the greatest, not the greatest. Kind of worried about these storylines after today, but commentary gave it a boost, so that's not too bad. For the main event, we have Matt Hardy and Tyrus versus Jeff Hardy and Drew Galloway, and Jeff Hardy pins Tyrus after a swanton. Jeff Hardy carrying the match with an 81. And yeah, Spud did some good work. Galloway was off his game. That's weird. Hardy's improving in performance. That's good. Why did Galloway holding back, inconsistency, low morale, motivation? Ugh. Not good. Not good with the storylines. I'm a little worried about that, but we will see. And after the match, Matt Hardy picks up the microphone and he goes, "You all think that TNA Genesis will be the genesis of Brother Nero's TNA World Title reign? You all think that Brother Nero will just go on with his life after completely ripping the soul out of me? Brother Nero! The people in the building for TNA Genesis will witness your deletion from relevance. First you fade into irrelevance, then I will resume the torture on your soul. You will undergo the complete eradication from this life, and after Genesis the whole world will witness my salvation." And he's just kind of randomly cutting a promo, like heading back to the ramp, and that's where the show ends off. Yeah, we dragged all the fucking storylines down. That's unfortunate. Increased popularity in 9 regions and lost us in 5. So that was less than ideal. I just didn't have anything for this show, man. I'm really hoping the pay-per-view will do better. Because I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it for that show. I feel like we set up everything basically at the last show, and this show was just like filler, just a time killer, basically. Yeah, I wasn't gonna cancel fucking Impact, you know what I mean? But we had to do something, and it is unfortunate because I drug a lot of those storylines down. They really didn't need to be down. Um, I did think a few of them would do better than I thought. I mean, would do better than what happened, but that was just not the case. It was just not in the cards, man. So I'm really hoping that we can come back from that. What do we got here? Impact, decent though, hardly spectacular. We'll check the ratings and stuff in a sec. Got a .10 and a 2.08. Okay. Bobby Lashley defended the title again, or was that from before? I'm not sure. Harry Smith, for those of you that wanted the Killer Elite Squad, Harry Smith does have a cut upper arm. So, I don't think he's out, though. I mean, we'll have to see about that. I'm going to cover the roster situation in a few seconds here. Did we do drug test fees at Explosion? Oh my god. That's a waste of time. Uh, Show history. Alright, so last Impact we did a way better show, but we did a better rating and we sold out this week. So not all is not all a failure. Sold out, yep. Explosion and Impact, obviously, same arena. .10, .09. So we did better TV ratings, and we sold out. I mean, I can't complain that much, but we really need to fix that for the show rating in general. Alright, so before I end this video up, I wanted to mention to you guys a new thing we're going to try in the episode after TNA Genesis. It's going to be the return of TNA Gut Check. Gut Check 2016. I'm going to have 3 polls for you guys to vote on. Solo male wrestlers, solo female wrestlers, and tag teams. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a huge, ridiculous list. And everybody can vote for as many as they want. And at the end of the day, we're going to have 5 male wrestlers, 5 female wrestlers, and 5 tag teams. The solo wrestlers don't count towards tag teams. They're completely different people. So we're going to have 5 of each regardless. And yeah, I mean, look at that money, man. I'm not worried. I'm getting tired of being patient, of being cautious. You know what I mean? Like fuck off. Let's go. You know what I mean? So we're doing that. But yeah, so get hyped for the Gut Check 2016, and yeah, 30 likes on this video, man. Genesis is going up right away. So get ready for that. Get the likes going. All right, you guys. So thank you very much for watching, and follow me on Twitter to figure out when all this stuff's happening. I'll always post beforehand. But all right, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.